7% of all high school athletes go on to play in college. As proud members of the 93% that didn't, this is Fratletes.
Yeah. So we're 1/3 through the season. So let's go over our picks for MVP. So I feel like there really only are two or three guys right now that you can make an argument for. So
Yeah.
Hayden, we'll start with you. Who's your MVP?
So MVP is a little. I'm kind of like a stickler. Like, in my opinion, won't matter because it's not the way it works. But like, I like to look at MVP, like the most valuable person to that team. Like, not like, like for example, when if Pat Mahomes wins MVP, like that's probably a bad example. If I don't know, like, a lot of times if it's a quarterback, it's MVP. But like, if he was gone, they still have this receiver, this running back. Like that doesn't count as MVP to me.
Yeah.
Or like that's more toward basketball too, where it's like when LeBron leaves the Cavs, they absolutely fucking tank. But when Jordan leaves the Bulls, they're still.
I was going to bring that up. I was actually going to bring that up, but I'm just glad you did because LeBron should have like 10 MVPs. But
damn straight.
That's a whole other topic.
So my most important of the team is right now is probably Jalen Hurts for the Eagles, just because he's lighting that offense on fire. Like he's been on the team, and when he was mid, they were mid, but now he's like lighting it up, and they're undefeated. So he's like I feel like not the single factor, but a really good factor. And I also think having Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith on the same team with already built-in chemistry, that is a mold every NFL team should go with. Get the quarterback, and then get his favorite target as well, because they're just going to translate that chemistry and the coerciveness on the field to the next level.
I agree.
Who you have?
I
agree
with Hayden. I agree with Hayden. Jalen Hurts right now is absolutely the front runner, my front runner for MVP. 6-0 Eagles. I don't want to say nobody expected it because I know there's a lot of people that were high on the Eagles preseason. I wasn't one of those people. Hand up. That was big of me. Good job, Jake. But yeah, Jalen Hurts is absolutely front runner. Josh Allen is right there behind him. It's kind of like how quarterbacks have their Heisman moment. When Josh Allen hurdled that guy last night, that was kind of like his NFL MVP moment. That was just electric. That was so cool to watch, him and Mahomes. And then Mahomes is right behind Josh Allen for me. But I don't want to be like, oh, Mancini, you're an Eagles hater, blah, blah, blah. But this Eagles schedule is pretty questionable. The Eagles schedule is insanely easy. And going forward, it's still very easy.
Yeah, being in the NFC East, you get at least 2 automatic dubs versus the Commanders. So that's always a help.
It's usually 2 automatic dubs against the Giants, too.
Yeah,
they're
usually.
this year.
But, yeah, I don't know. I still think that the Giants are frauds. I know they're 5-1. I'll take the backlash. I'm not buying it. I can't buy it. I'm not buying the Jets either, dude. I don't think the Jets are worth the shit either. I don't know how. I think the Packers are bad. Packers have 2 really bad losses back-to-back weeks. But they're those 2 teams. So, I don't know. Maybe I don't know ball.
So I'm going to disagree with you guys. I have Jalen Hurts as my number 2, but I think right now Josh Allen has had the better year. I think statistically he's just like kind of like what you were saying, but I think it's opposite. Like I feel like Jalen Hurts is running a really good. He's having an insane year, but he's just running that offense insanely well. And whereas I feel like there's a lot of times where like Josh Allen is so good, if he's not on the Bills, I don't think the Bills are that good. Whereas if you put another decent quarterback on the Eagles with A.J. Brown, with Devontae Smith, with all them in that really good defense, like I feel like I think it's really close, but I'm giving it to Josh Allen right now. This far in, I think it's extremely close. Yeah, but I think I'm giving it to Josh Allen.
I will say my third person also, and it's not ever going to happen because they'll never give MVP to a tight end, but Travis Kelce scoring 4 touchdowns in one night, that should be MVP level automatically. Like I just catapulted him in the conversation. Because you got to think like Patty has.
Although it's like a weird because like he only had like 28 receiving yards.
Yeah,
like
he
it
only
was
had like 25 yards and 4
But like
Yeah,
the
like-
fact that like if say after the first one they're like, oh shit, yeah, he's got one. We should probably watch out for that. Second one, like, okay, from now on we gotta cover this guy. Third one, they're like, if you let him catch another ball, you're off the fucking team. And he got a 4th touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people were
Yeah.
had to be like all over him. The fact you can evade and run the routes like that. I don't know. I just think it's not very often you see that. Plus, but my thing is too is he provides a whole different element to that offense. Like if you look at like the receivers, it's like Mecole Hardman and Juju Smith-Schuster. Like they're good, they're quick, but like they're not really getting used as much as like Patty scrambling or he's launching it to Travis Kelce. You know what I'm saying? Like or sorry, Travis Kelce, if that's his real fucking name.
I actually just looked up this. I didn't realize it was. He had 7 receptions for 25 yards, 4 touchdowns. His longest was 8 yards, like longest reception. That's crazy.
It's true tight end, baby.
You see
we
that
were
dude's
moving-
stat line? That dude's stat line for Tennessee on Saturday was
Yeah.
like 6 catches, 205 touchdowns. Like
he
kind of
was
like what
putting up
Hayden
moss
said. It's like,
fights.
okay, if we let this dude catch another ball, he's probably going to the end zone.
Yeah.
But
he kept doing it.
yeah, no, he kept doing it. He's disgusting.
We want to get into our power rankings.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we'll
let's
go-
do it. Zach, you
Uh,
started off. You started off.
I'm gonna go 5-1. 5. I gotta give it to him. I gave it to the Jets. I think the Jets are just playing really, and they're like my next team, which I'll give to number 4. I have the Giants. They just find ways to win football games, and it makes no sense. It makes no sense, but they just hang in there. And it was my biggest fear for the Ravens playing the Giants. I was like, if they just hang in there, they just find ways to win. Whether it's a big play defensively, whether it's a big, breakaway run, something. They just find ways. No player on their team is standout. I guess you could say Saquon on the Giants, but they all just do these little roles really well and win games. So that's 5-4. 3, this is where it gets controversial. 3, like C said, very easy schedule. I have the Eagles. I think they are a good football team. I think 6-0. Like, I think the teams above them in these rankings would both beat them. Not well, but like by like a 7-10 point.
Before you
So, two, I-
continue, let's just like revel on the fact that 5 through 3 are the
Yeah.
Jets. I'm
Giants
fucking high.
and
The
Giants,
Jets,
and Eagles.
Jets, Giants, Eagles, bro. Like, who would have ever fucking thought they'd be in the top 5? Not
Yeah.
1 or 2. That's a little too far. But top 5, that's bananas.
Yeah, especially a third of the way through.
Yeah.
So then for 2, I have the Chiefs. It's the Chiefs. They're good. They're gonna be good. And then 1, I have the Bills. I think they're still the most complete team in football. I think they can dominate you in almost every way of the game. If they get Christian McCaffrey, I don't know if Christian McCaffrey necessarily helps them most. I think it's actually really bad for them that the Giants are winning, because with their style of like aired out offense, if they had a bruiser like Saquon that they could acquire to make like the defense have to come up, like I think that would complement their offense more. But still, if you get Christian McCaffrey, that offense is insane. Like, who do you someone's going to beat you.
Panthers need to trade Christian McCaffrey, by the way, just because he's going to get injured again. He's looking fantastic right now. Cut your losses, get him at his best available value, and get the best trade value as possible.
Panthers
agree.
need to blow the whole thing up and just restart. Oh man, I just really hope CJ Stroud doesn't go to the Panthers. I know it's
Probably
hard
will.
being a number. Yeah, I know. It's really hard. But I'd rather him go to the Panthers than like the Texans or something. But I don't know,
Depends
man.
on who they
I,
hire.
I really just want CJ Stroud to end up in a nice home. Okay, I'll go. My number 5, I know I just kind of shit on him, but numbers don't lie, and it's hard to go against winning teams. So Giants, you just locked in the number 5 spot. Congratulations. Still don't think you're a great football team. think you're a good football team that will get bounced in the wild card if you don't absolutely blow up. But for now, I guess I have to give my respect to you. You're 5-1. You made the top 5 in my power rankings. Which when's the last time you've been able to say the Giants are in your top 5 of the power rankings? When fucking Lawrence Taylor was on the team. Number 4, Minnesota Vikings. As long as Kirk Cousins never has to play in prime time ever again, the Vikings might not lose. And they haven't really played a great schedule, but their division sucks. It's a pretty easy ride to the playoffs. I don't think you lose to this Aaron Rodgers Packers team twice, just because his offense, the weapons he has around him is just, I don't know, it's not working. Packers are in panic mode, as they should be. Vikings take that division. Number 4 in my power rankings. I think they go to pretty far, and they could definitely make a Super Bowl run, in my opinion, as long as Kirk Cousins just doesn't play in prime time.
Yeah, they're going to be a team and have to like request the Saturday 1 o'clock.
Yeah, no, they
Wild
need like
card game.
they need a Saturday 4:30 that somehow is at the same time as like Lakers Warriors or something
Yes,
to
they
get.
can't.
Yeah,
They cannot be the main attraction.
exactly. Yeah, and which is hard to do in the NFL, but Kirk Cousins
Maybe
gonna
if
have to
they
find
get
a
a
way.
home game, is it better for Minnesota to like not sell out and like host something else that day, so like people aren't really thinking about the game?
Yeah,
Like make
throw
the
like
players even think it's not a big
throw
deal.
like a Minnesota festival or something. Like
Like
just
hold like a giant like Minnesota Twins appreciation day, like on that
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Like have a
No,
big like event at the Twins stadium. Like if it,
try to
yeah, I
get
think
like because everyone knows Carlos Correa is leaving. Let's just like try to maybe they'll like try to be like Carlos Correa
yeah.
Appreciation Day, try to get him to come back.
Even
Um,
offer a few of the Vikings players like to see if they want to like make an appearance, like just so they don't think it's a big deal that they're in a playoff game.
exactly.
Especially,
But
well,
yeah,
I guess you only have to offer Kirk Cousins. He's the only guy that you need to make sure doesn't know. Maybe
Vikings,
they
we got your
tell,
back.
yeah, they tell Kirk Cousins it was extended. It's just regular season.
Facts. We tell Kirk Cousins like the wrong time of the game or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, just get them on prime time, and they have a chance to win it all. My number 3 is, I think, identical to yours, Zach. I got the Eagles at 3. I know they're 6-0 and number 1 in the NFL, but I just think my 2 and 3, which is 2 the Chiefs and 1 the Bills, either of those teams head to head, I think they absolutely just beat them by 10 or more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Eagles 3, Chiefs 2, Bills 1, and that's my top 5.
All right, so I'm going to go in reverse order. I'm going to go 1 to 5, just because we've kind of already covered every team. So 1, I'm going to have the Bills, just because I think Josh Allen is on a hot streak. Defense is nasty, offense is nasty. Like, you have to worry about Stephon Diggs cutting you low, and you have to worry about Gabe Davis cutting you deep. So that's like they're just like honestly almost unstoppable. It's going to take a very good team. Like another team has to play perfect, and then the Bills have to make like 1 or 2 mistakes for them to lose. My second team, I'm gonna do the Eagles just because I'm a big like stat guy, and I think 6-0, whether or not like their schedule's iffy, they're still playing NFL schedule, and they still haven't found a way to lose, which is a big plus, just on face value. Plus, I don't know, you just gotta respect that. Once again, they haven't found a way to lose in 6 games. They're not all cakewalks. Like, yeah, the Cowboys had Cooper Rush. They also have Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb, things like that. 3, I'm going to go KC just because, like you said, they're pretty stacked everywhere else. Their one weakness is like Josh Allen and the Bills sometimes. Like, most of the time they also compete with them and beat them. So, that's me. And then 4, Vikings, like you said, they play in a weaker conference, but I think Justin Jefferson is immaculate. And then people forget, because everyone loves Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen is number 2, and Adam Thielen could be a number 1 on some teams in this NFL, like in this league. Like
He could be a number 1 on a lot of teams.
Yeah, he's a great athlete. He's not the hot new thing, but he's an absolute weapon down the field.
He just does his job. He runs good routes, catches the ball. I mean,
Yeah.
all you can ask for.
Red zone threat, absolute red zone threat.
And then my number 5 team in the NFL is the Pittsburgh Steelers offense in the second half against the Buccaneers because Money Mitch went 9 for 11 for 145 yards and a touchdown and just a game-clinching drive. I don't know if you guys saw that last pass to Chase Claypool. It defied physics in every inch of the way. Like, he threw it over the defender, but Claypool had to fall like forward and get it in a weird angle. And then the catch was crazy because he had to like catch it while falling and toe tap. Like, if you want a real team, number 5 is the Giants, but like second half of that third quarter, the fourth quarter Steelers on offense.
Second half of the
offense?
third quarter on offense.
That's
There's
solely
very
offense.
specific.
I actually
very
meant to give props to Mitchell Trubisky when you were talking about the Steelers when my internet cut out. Trubisky absolutely like delivered the game. Like, yeah, it was he performed when it mattered. He performed when it mattered.
I'm not gonna lie, I doubted him like the entire time. When it was like 3rd and 9, I was like, no, he's gonna throw a 3-yard out. We're gonna punt. They're gonna come back. I had no hope. And every time he threw a good pass, I looked at my father-in-law. I was like, did you fucking see that? I couldn't believe it, dude. And also Devin Bush. Shout out Devin Bush. Everyone's been hating on him all year because he has been pretty ass. I'm not gonna lie, but like someone's like, "Are you gonna be in the Steelers next year?" He's like, "I don't know, but I can almost guarantee I'll have a job next year because I'm a very good young athletic linebacker." And everyone's like, "Oh, how could he say this?" He's like, "Dude, it's a business at the end of the day. They're gonna kick me out, no willy nilly. I'll have no problem leaving, no willy nilly."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
he was the one that came in and batted the ball down on that 2-point conversion. So shout out him for shutting everybody up and then just coming in clutch. And I love Devin Bush now. I hated him a couple weeks ago. I'll probably hate him next week, but for right now, we're on good terms.